You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Michael, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You're bringing something new down the rabbit hole. The band's name is The Birthday Massacre, and the song name is In the Dark.
Thank you so much, Michael. I'm really looking forward to having The Birthday Massacre come down the rabbit hole. Michael, thank you so much for bringing The Birthday Massacre down the rabbit hole once again.
Oops.
Upon reflection, we realized that we have listened to this band one time in the past. The video we watched was Leaving Tonight, and this was a long time ago, very old school. So if you guys haven't seen that reaction, definitely go check that out. I was still pregnant at the time of this reaction.
That was back in October last year.
Yeah, that was pre-Ollie. So if you guys are as excited to have The Birthday Massacre come down the rabbit hole, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
And Michael, you also let us know that this is a Toronto band from Canada. That's awesome. And they like to mix cuteness with darkness and evil. And the title of this, In the Dark, or the title of the band, Birthday Massacre, is a perfect mix of cute with the birthday and evil with the massacre.
Absolutely.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm so excited.
All right.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, whoa. Oh. Wow. So something about this that I forgot that, Michael, you mentioned to us is that the singer here, is trying to reflect on her dark side and like incorporating it while hopefully not being taken over by it. So we're going to see where this leads, but that's kind of, I didn't know who was grabbing her at first, but then I forgot it's her shadow side taking her in.
Absolutely. You can see that even with how everything is set up.
Yeah.
And like the shadow side has that necklace of the heart with the keyhole.
Right. Yeah.
And on her light side, she has a necklace of the key.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, trying to encompass the shadow side, the shadow self with the visual self. And we've actually been watching Better Call Saul.
Yes.
And we've been talking about having to like understand your shadow self, because if you don't and you try to avoid your shadow self in its entirety, sometimes you can go too far one way or the other way.
It could swallow
and
you
it
whole.
can swallow you whole. And I just want to add too, I love that they used a mirror, because something that happens in a lot of folklore and myth and history is that these mirrors that we're looking into every day are actually portals to alternate dimensions that you bring into those shadow selves and demons and all these things. And that's why they have like the black mirrors in horror films and other types of aspects.
Of course. I remember that horror movie called Mirrors. It is creepy.
It's so
makes you never want to look at one again.
Jeez. I'm in the dark. I'm alone around you. I've never been before. Nobody here to get me through. I'm in the dark. Swallowed her alive.
Wow. That was incredible.
I have chills.
Yeah, like it's like we just watched like A Nightmare on Elm Street with The Ring and The Grudge all mixed together there. Like they had all perfect imagery for that. But what I really liked the most out of the message, like first just on the music, how about it was really good driving riffs that whole time, very rocky. I would love to hear this. Is very radio friendly. It's amazing. But the message I was taking out of this is I'm lost without you. I'm in the dark. And everyone always forgets that you need to stand up for yourself. And sometimes the shadow side of you is the part that stands up and like has the loudest bark. But without that, you're just going to be a slave to everyone's wishes, and you're going to be a yes man, and you're just going to go with everything. So
go with the flow.
You're just going to go with the flow and not even know yourself because you don't know how to stand up for yourself. So sometimes you need to incorporate that shadow in you. But I just love the imagery of the TV screen, as well as like her dark side underneath the sheets and then getting taken in by the sheets. Those are three like massive things that happen in those horror movies that I brought up.
The biggest fears are being like pulled down the hall or into the darkness or into the blackness, where there's like nothing, right? And into that void. That's what I'm looking for, being pulled into the void with nothing and not knowing what's pulling you so quickly. Freddy Krueger. And I love what you're saying about like needing to stand up for yourself, and like the lyric is I'm in the dark without you.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone, when you first listen to it, especially with it being a radio friendly song, if I was in the car, I would have been like, oh, you know,
her
like,
boyfriend.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is so much deeper than that, because it is that shadow self.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you need to be able to find yourself in your own voice that sometimes you're afraid to have. Because
big time.
Growing up, being young, when we're children, we're told so many times, like, don't ask questions, stop, that's okay, just listen. Like, so you kind of lock that shadow self away. You lock that part away from you. And so it was interesting because she was reaching out, she saw that shadow self, she unlocked it, but then she didn't know what to do, and so it swallowed her whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she wasn't prepared for what unlocking Pandora's box for her was going to do within her own mentality and anxiety. Yeah. And when she woke up in the morning, she's holding this music box that is the shadow self. She's got this thing in her TV. She's being like completely swallowed. Yeah. Because as real as that was, that's what we go through every day within our own minds, as we're arguing within, you know, our own internal monologue.
You see me after my dreams.
Yeah.
It's like you can tell, like, did you have a bad dream? They're like, yeah, I sure did. I woke up and my shadow self was punching me. Yesterday in my dream, King Alexander the Great came and told me to smarten up and not, you know, bring out your shadow self to deflect some of these negative comments and stuff. Because without that, you might accept everything that everyone gives you, and you might live in a false reality because of it. So I thought this is great.
This is amazing. I absolutely love like how catchy it is with those guitar riffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Michael, you had mentioned that they mix a lot of different genres together, like the 60s synth and like 80s guitar licks and stuff like that old school rock style. But yet with that cute and evil kind of mashup that they have, her voice is so soft, and it does have that almost like cutesy kind of feel to it. Yeah. But yet it's such a hard song. So like even in their performance while they're playing and she's getting down low and they have the guitarist who's shaking his head and he looks almost possessed in a way.
Right. Yeah.
With that kind of cute but evil look.
Yeah.
But they're just so well organized together to have that perfect cute and evil juxtaposition of one another, and be able to get these strong messages across while still being radio friendly and having that same like feel that is reminiscent like the 60s synth and the 80s guitar that makes you want to go into them even more because they're so acceptable but by all generations.
I think people are more beautiful when they've incorporated their shadow
Mm-hmm.
self, because you get to find out more about them. That's why I loved you right off the bat. You're cute, but there was something evil and twisted about you that I always loved, and that's why she bites me and pinches me all the time. So it's great, and we had a great time dissecting this one. This is why I love reactions, because you actually get to appreciate the music in a full sense instead of just hearing it on the radio, like you said. And we actually got to find out what this was about. So thank you so much, Michael, for the correct background information on this. And if you guys want to see the Birthday Massacre come down for a third time, you can let us know in the comments below. And if you had a good time with us, you can also hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the Enter the Chronic family, because we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Michael, for bringing the Birthday Massacre, the Birthday Massacre, that was a bit of a tongue twister, back to down the rabbit hole. Absolutely love this band, and I actually forgot how good they were because it's been so long since we've listened to them.
Yeah, exactly.
So thanks again for that. Can't wait to see what more is in store from this amazing band. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.